what absolutely cannot be done when meeting with a wolf. And also, in this video you will learn what you cannot do when meeting with a wild boar. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to express your opinion in the comments. And let's begin. Being in the forest, there's always a risk of stumbling upon a stray wolf, and you can even meet a whole pack of wolves. This is a matter of luck. In order to return home unharmed, or return at all, it is important to know how to behave properly when meeting this dangerous predator. For those who do not believe in a chance encounter with a wolf, here are some statistics. From 2017 to 2018, the wolf population in Russia increased to 50,000 individuals. According to experts, this is almost 2 times higher than the norm. Moreover, the number of 50 Shades of Grey continues to increase. Therefore, the probability of encountering a wolf is quite high, even despite the fact that the beast is very cautious and tries to avoid meeting people. So, the first question: where can you meet a wolf? First of all, in the forest, and also near villages or livestock farms, which lone wolves often approach in search of food. In recent years, most wolves have bred in Kamchatka, in Yakutia, Transbaikalia, and the Irkutsk region, least of all in the Kemerovo and Omsk regions. At least, the number of wolves in these places over the past 5 years does not cause any concern. In general, both residents of the northern regions of Russia and those who live in the central and even southern regions, in the Crimea for example, can meet a wolf in the forest. What should not be done if you encounter a wolf? It is enough to remember just 2 rules that can save your life. Rule number 1. Don't be afraid. Among forest predators, wolves feel fear best of all. They have such a talent. If you are afraid, and even more so, do it openly. Rush to the sides, breathe heavily, wave your arms. The beast will feel your fear and may attack. Rule number 2. Don't turn your back. Very often when meeting with a wolf, a person tries to escape. But by turning your back on a predator, you further stimulate it to attack. And you still won't be able to run away from the beast, so it's definitely not worth it. Well, how to protect yourself from the wolf? The easiest option is to arm yourself with a stick or branch. The weapon is so-so, but can come in handy if the wolf decides to attack. The best thing is to climb the nearest tree and wait out the danger there. However, how long will you have to sit there is not known. It's good if you can call someone and get help, although we all know that mobile communications in the forest leave much to be desired. If there is not a single tree nearby and not even any branch or stone is lying around, and the wolf is clearly not going to leave and looks at you suspiciously, the situation is not in your favor. If you have internet access, you can find some video on YouTube where a tiger roars and turns the speakers on full blast. Wolves are afraid of tigers, and perhaps the roar of a big cat will make them give up their attack and hide in the nearby bushes with their tail between their legs. The last piece of advice is not to be taken seriously. Although on the other hand, when there are no other options, why not try? Well, we hope you arm yourself with our tips against wolves. Now let's talk about what to do and what not to do when meeting a wild boar. More and more urban residents go to the forest to pick mushrooms with the onset of autumn. And if people from the villages know their places, then the visiting gatherers go at random, choosing a suitable forest. But in the forest you can find not only mushrooms, In the forest you can meet the inhabitants of the forest: moose, foxes, and boars. Boar is a dangerous animal. Now we will tell you how to avoid meeting with him and what to do if the meeting after all happened. If the animal is not disturbed, then the wild boar in the forest under the usual conditions does not show aggression. A female with offspring can attack, deciding that the brood is in danger. However, when meeting with a wild boar, especially if it is wounded, you are in mortal danger. An enraged boar quickly rushes into battle, and often the attack ends in death or serious injury for a human being. Often the attack is provoked by the people themselves. Many think that the boar is a good-natured animal, but this beast is by no means a domestic pig. Therefore, when you see a wild boar, you need to try to hide from the beast. Its eyesight and hearing are worse than those of humans, so the beast may not notice the presence of people. A tourist should not welcome or feed a brood if the boars are rummaging through backpacks in search of food. In such a situation, you can scare them with something. For example, knock on dishes so that they run away. They may be frightened by the ringing of a mobile phone, the firing of a signal flare. But at the same time, you need to shoot upwards, but in no case at the boar. Such a shot will not harm a powerful animal, but it can greatly annoy him. And then an angry boar can start an attack. So what to do when meeting a wild boar in the forest? If you meet this animal unexpectedly, you need to know how to escape from a wild boar in the forest. Knowing the behavior of the beast, it is possible to save a life in case of imminent danger. What to do if the road's still crossed? Do not wait for aggression from the side of the beast. Climb a tree. Boars cannot jump or climb trees. 1 meter above the ground will be enough. In the absence of trees with low branches, try to climb up the trunk. When the boar leaves, you can go down to the ground. An animal can watch a person for hours. So do not yell at an animal and throw cones at it. This will only make it even more angry. You should not run away from the beast, it runs very fast. An angry animal may start chasing a cyclist. Means of self-defense like sticks, shockers, pneumatics, knives are ineffective. A boar can only be delayed by firing a firearm. If you don't have a gun, don't waste time trying to defend yourself. Save yourself in a tree. When meeting with a small boars, you cannot pick them up and play with them, no matter how cute and funny they may seem to you. Close to the children is usually their stern mother boar, which, noticing that someone is touching her cubs, will fiercely protect them. Therefore, it is best to stay away from these striped cuties. If they themselves crept up to your camp, it is worth scaring them away with noise. Usually wild boars seeing people hide in the thicket. Boars do not like screaming, whistling noise. You can knock, shout so that they run away. In order not to run into an animal in the forest, you must follow the safety rules. Take a look around. In the habitats of animals on the ground, you can see traces of wild boars, sharp hooves. Wild boars dig through fallen leaves looking for nuts. Animals wallow in the mud, trying to get rid of parasites. If you find a hole dug by hooves, try to leave this place as soon as possible. The population of nearby villages, hunters, foresters can know about the existence of wild boars in the forest. In the forest you need to sing loudly and move as noisily as possible. Hearing steps and unusual sounds, the beast leaves. So it will be possible to avoid a meeting. If a lot of footprints are visible, noise and grunting are heard, it is better to leave this place yourself as soon as possible. When going to the forest for mushrooms or for a walk, remember that you need to be prepared to meet animals. It should be considered that wild animals do not attack just like that. A person either provokes an animal, or it is a mother with a brood, or a wounded animal. In any case, remember the rules of conduct and safety. Well friends, the video has come to an end. We hope you enjoyed our video and share it with your friends. And we do not say goodbye to you, but say see you soon.